When we think about the Magi, we usually think about gold, frankincense, and myrrh, a star, and a beautiful moment at the manger. But the Gospel gives us something deeper we don't usually notice. The Magi teach us how to suffer patiently, how to wait without quitting, and how to keep moving forward when clarity is limited and the road is long. Today, I want to look at what their journey teaches us about suffering well. Because the Magi did not arrive quickly, they did not arrive comfortably, and they did not arrive with certainty at every step. They began with light, but not answers. The Magi begin their journey with a star, not a map, not a timeline, not a guarantee, just light. God gives them enough to begin, but not enough to control the outcome. And this is often how God works with us. In suffering, we're rarely given the full picture. We're given a direction, a nudge, a sense of calling, a flicker of hope, and maybe not all of those at once. To suffer well, as the Magi did, means learning to move forward with partial light, trusting that obedience matters more than certainty. Their journey was long and costly. The Magi traveled a great distance. We don't know exactly how long, but it was almost certainly months, possibly longer. Many believe that it was 2 years. They left comfort, they left familiarity, they left status and security, and they kept going. This is an important lesson. Faithful suffering is often not dramatic. It is prolonged. It is showing up again and again and again. The Magi teach us that holiness is not found in quick resolution, but in endurance. They experienced confusion and still asked. When the Magi arrive in Jerusalem, the star seems to disappear. They're confused, so they do something very human and very holy. They ask, "Where is the child who has been born King of the Jews?" They seek help, even imperfect help. And yes, this leads them to Herod, a dangerous and deceptive man. But notice this: God does not punish them for asking. He protects them afterwards. The Magi teach us that suffering well does not mean pretending we are never confused. It means seeking truth, even when we don't yet know whom to trust. They did not turn back when things became risky. Once the Magi realize what kind of man Herod is, they're already involved. Turning back now would be safer, but they continue. Why? Because they're no longer chasing a star alone. They're responding to a call. Suffering well often means continuing forward, even when the cost becomes clearer than the reward. Faith matures when comfort is no longer the deciding factor. They rejoiced, not because the road was easy. Scripture tells us that when the Magi see the star again, they rejoice exceedingly with great joy. This is not shallow happiness. This is joy after waiting, joy after confusion, joy after endurance. They did not rejoice because the journey was painless. They rejoiced because God was faithful. This teaches us something essential. Christian joy doesn't deny suffering. It emerges from faithfulness within it. They offer costly gifts, not convenience. When the Magi finally reach Jesus, they offer gold, frankincense, and myrrh. These are not casual gifts. They are expensive, symbolic, and sacrificial. And myrrh especially points to suffering and death. The Magi teach us that suffering well means offering what the season asks of us, not what is easy to give. Sometimes that offering is patience, sometimes silence, sometimes endurance, sometimes trust when nothing feels resolved. They were changed and took a different way home. After encountering Jesus, the Magi are warned in a dream and return home by another route. They do not go back the same way they came. Suffering well changes us. It reroutes us. It refines what we seek and how we travel forward. Encountering Christ does not erase the journey. It transforms it. So what do the Magi teach us altogether? The Magi teach us that suffering well means following God with limited clarity, enduring long seasons without rushing God, seeking help without shame, continuing forward when comfort fades, rejoicing in God's faithfulness, not ease, offering what costs us something, allowing the journey to change us. They remind us that arrival is rarely the whole story. The journey itself forms the heart. As we close, I want to invite you to consider this. What are you being asked to walk faithfully without full clarity right now? Why don't you stop the video for a moment and really think about that? Maybe jot down a little list. Next, where is God giving you just enough light for the next step? Same thing. Stop the video, jot down some ideas so you don't forget this. Ask the Magi to pray for you, to help you wait without bitterness, to endure without despair, and to keep moving toward Christ, even when the road is long. Because the Magi remind us, those who seek Jesus patiently are never forgotten by God.